So this is the first video you are seeing of 2020, but it in fact is the last video of 2019 that I'm filming. This is bittersweet for me because I'm ending it and beginning with my egg bake. And I have talked about this so many times. I actually shot a video before regarding my egg bake and I showed you a very basic rendition of it. However, I have gotten so much better and just really perfected this recipe, and I wanted to shoot a new video and show you guys how amazingly delicious this egg bake is and how easy it is to make. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
All right. Ooh, baby, just hold tight. We're up the moonlight, believe in the magic.
So I'm gonna start off by showing you guys all the ingredients you need to make this. Now, you can really add or subtract anything you want. It's very versatile and pretty much everything tastes delicious in this egg bake. I'm making mine vegetarian, of course, but for those that like bacon or sausage, of course, you could add that to it and would probably give it a lot of flavor. But honestly doesn't need it in my opinion. Tim loves it too as a vegetarian style, so if you are meat eaters and you just want to do like a meatless dish, this is perfect. So let's go over the ingredients, starting with the seasoning. So got your salt, your pepper, and your onion salt. Eggs, of course, the most important ingredient. Some canola spray. 2 cans of the green chilies from Trader Joe's, sour cream, tater tots, and shredded 3 cheese blend, or really any shredded cheese you want. So the first step you are going to do is you're going to take your pyrex. I don't know the dimensions. This is your basic pyrex. I don't know. It's like a 9x13 maybe. I don't know. You guys will tell me in the comments. I am sure of it. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this because you don't want anything sticking to the bottom. Just a light spray. You can use whatever spray. Obviously, this is just what I have today. So then your first step is going to be putting down the tater tots. I have 2 bags because I made this for Christmas. So this is what I did not use of it. So you want to do a nice even layer at the very bottom of your pan, making sure that none of the tater tots are overlapping. Just keep it a nice even one single layer. Once you're finished with that step, we're going to move on to the green chilies. So I'm using 2. You can use 3, even 4 cans if you want to get crazy, but I don't like having way too many green chilies. This just really flavors the dish. And the original dish was actually mostly green chili. I have really changed the recipe over time. So I'm gonna crack these open and then just layer them on top of the tater tots, and then we're gonna move on. What I like to do is about half a can on one side and then the other half on the other side. Go ahead and take a spoon or a knife, whatever you want, to kind of smooth out any spots that got more chunky than others and try to just make a nice even layer on top of your tater tots. Now we are going to do the next layer. So it's almost like lasagna or like a 7-layer dip, which is so easy to make, and now you guys know why this is so easy to make. So you're gonna take your cheese. I have, again, leftover cheese from Christmas. And you're just gonna put a nice even layer of cheese over the top of your chilies. Now the cheese layer is done. You can add as much or as little cheese as you want. I tend to use almost an entire bag of this because my husband and Benson love the cheesiness of this dish. So I really kind of go overboard on the cheese, but you guys don't have to. Now, if I was going to add a meat, actually I was gonna do soy chorizo with this, but we are having guests over and this is gonna be like a brunch. I don't wanna experiment too much because I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. So I'll have to do that another day, but I was gonna do soy chorizo and I probably would have done that step right before the cheese. So if you're adding bacon or sausage or any type of protein, I would say before the cheese so the cheese kind of melts it in. So that's a little tip there. And then the last step of this, and then we're done, is very simple. So I like to use 6 eggs, so I'm using these large eggs, 6 eggs, and then about a half tub of sour cream. And you're just gonna combine the two in here, whip it up until it's perfectly smooth. You'll notice that it stays clumpy for a little while, and you just have to keep working with it because the sour cream's so cold that it just tends to clump. And even though it looks like it's well mixed, if you still see little white clumps of sour cream, you're not done. Keep mixing. Get those muscles. It's 2020 after all. Get that resolution in while you're cooking. So yeah, half of this, I just stick my, I don't know if you guys do this, but look, it's like a perfect half. And then I just put it in here. So I'm sure it would mix better if you let the eggs and the sour cream sit at room temperature for like an hour. I don't have time for that. I'm getting ready for a New Year's Eve party and I'm doing this before. So ambitious much, yes, but it's got to get done. So I'm going to do the 6 eggs now in here. So now that I got my eggs and my sour cream, I'm going to start whipping it. Now, I had 7 eggs left in my carton, so I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna do 7 eggs. And this is what I'm talking about. This recipe is very versatile and you can literally add less eggs or you can add more eggs depending on how many people you're having over. And then just kind of add a little bit more sour cream so it's an even amount between the two. Now that I kind of have it mixed together, you can see the egg yolks are broken. I'm gonna add the seasoning so you can season to taste. Actually, no, don't do that. It's raw eggs. Go ahead and season to your thinking of desired amount. Don't taste it. Raw eggs, yuck. So I'm gonna do a little salt, a little of the onion salt. There's like, oh, I'm done with that. Need another one of these. Next Trader Joe's haul. And then a little pepper. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this and then I'm gonna mix it all together. I like a lot of pepper. It gives it a lot of flavor. Okay, now we're gonna whip it.
Now give me the beat.
So this is the consistency that you want right here. Now that I have this egg mixture combined and very well mixed, I'm gonna go ahead now and evenly pour it throughout. You're gonna notice it seeps straight down and that's totally normal, totally fine. You definitely have enough, don't worry. But it does look like it's disappearing and that's a good thing. You want it to soak in. So I'm gonna start in the corner and then work my way all the way over. And that's it. You are done. So easy, so simple. Now, I highly recommend you make this the night before. Get all the hard work done, clean your kitchen, and in the morning, you just take it out of the refrigerator, pop it in the oven at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to get too brown on the outsides because then it gets overcooked. But I love having this sit overnight. I've had a way better flavor and success rate of this egg bake making it the night before. You don't have to, but I'm just saying the flavors are much better. So I will just take a little bit of the cling wrap, cover the top airtight, and then pop it in my refrigerator. And then tomorrow morning, New Year's Day, I'm gonna be baking this in the oven and feeding my friends. So we will check back tomorrow. And here is the completed egg bake, fully cooked, took about 40 minutes at 350 and it turned out beautiful. Look at those edges, perfectly browned, and can't wait to dig in. I actually started already cutting it because I got excited. So yes, can't wait to try. Well, that is it for this egg bake video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see some more recipes for 2020. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve and a happy new year. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.